Hello. This is Ray Felix. I'm here today. We're going to do our part 3 with Catch DaCRaze. Now, in the first 2 parts, we met up with, my brain is like, whoa. We met up with the Sam Vera, and we had Jonathan, and we had George. We didn't have Annabelle. So we were and we had Chris also. And we also had Gary Cohn that came in and joined in our little conversation. So today we're going to have the 4 horsemen. All 4 of the horsemen are going to be here today. Yes, talking like a wrestler. And it's going to be freaking cool because, because of COVID and everything, you don't get to see your friends the way you used to, and a lot of you guys too. I don't get to see any of you here, my friends, my family. We only have Facebook and Twitter to argue and Instagram. And, my great escape is not Facebook anymore. It's TikTok. So, it's like, but what's happening in the world today, all the crazy stuff, kind of, all this Asian hate, which is terrible. It's not new, but it is terrible. It's awful. And I think it's about time that they start to address it. It was a cultural norm for a long time. And I think America has to own up to it because, let's face it, you don't usually see Asians publicly making statements about abuse, and it was tolerated for a long time. And it's about time that they spoke up to, because it's out of control, and of course, because of our former president putting this racist forefront, it's about time. My own wife is terrified going to work. And even before the shutdown, she was dealing with a lot of that stuff. So, it's a scary time, it's a very scary time. And we're living through history. So may we all power through and support all cultures, all nationalities, because we're only one race. We're the human race. And we need to remember that. There's not a white race or a black race or a Hispanic race. We're all one race, one species. But we do have a diverse culture, diverse languages, and we come from beautiful places all over the world. We live on one planet. And if we don't get our acts together, Mother Earth is going to boot us out. So let's get it together, people. Okay, let's stop arguing and fighting. Life is short. And any of those who lost someone during the pandemic knows that very well, so let's enjoy each other for the short time that we're here on this planet in peace. So that's very important. And it's April 1st, and we came to a full close of Eisner month. As you can see, you will be seeing some video. It took me some time to get it together, but I have my studio here set up for Eisner month. It was Eisner week for reading graphic novels, but Eisner month, I say, because, and many people say Eisner month because there's a lot of things happening in the month of March for Will Eisner. I got my Eisner mannequin. He's wearing the wrong hat. And I got my Eisner artwork, which is slightly blinded and flooded. enough of that. My camera's back on, so you gotta be careful. So we will be doing an edited video of a close-up on each of Eisner's works with some commentary coming up. I'm behind the time. I should have done this 3 weeks ago, but it's a whole lot of stuff going on. And plus, it was Women's History Month. Very important to recognize the women around us, our mothers, hi Ma, our grandmothers, if they're still with you, our aunts, and those women who inspired us and made changes in this world today. So yeah, I mean, it's super, super important that we recognize the contributions to everyone. Everyone deserves to be recognized, to be given credit for the things they've invented or things that they've contributed to. One of my favorite ladies, aside from my wife, is Angela Davis. Because, I mean, Angela Davis, let's face it, she overcame a lot. From being falsely accused of giving guns to members of the Black Panther Party, to holding people hostages, to being put on death row and going to court and fighting Ronald Reagan, Governor Reagan, and then beating him. And then she ran for president. She's the first woman to run for president. If anyone doesn't realize that, it was Angela Davis, not Kamala Harris. But she ran not as a Democrat, not as a Republican, not as a Green Party, not as a Libertarian, but for the American Communist Party. Now people are like, oh, the American Communist Party. But that's an actual party. It really exists. They don't get TV time, but she ran as president in, I think, 1980. So, I mean, let's recognize Angela Davis. I'm going to break my table here. So let's bring on our guests. We got Sam in the house. Let's bring him on. Let's go. We have Sam in the house. Catch DaCRaze Crew. All right, let's get Sam. You feeling pumped up? Feeling pumped?
Like I'm at some sort of
Club.
like fist pumping. It's like some techno club.
The website that I used for that, they didn't have my old theme, and I was really upset about that. So I was like, I gotta come up with a new song.
I like that little intro.
It's nice, right? I'll show you the website. You know.
Oh my goodness, Ray is growing up.
You know what it is? I would say I'm incredibly lazy, but I'm not. I'm just incredibly distracted because I'm always trying to do everything at once. Like I'm over here, like I'm going to try to get on Instagram. And I was like, no, it's not going to happen today.
It's best when you're drawing. When you try to do a podcast, until they have that software where you can seamlessly incorporate it. I just use it when I'm drawing. Yeah. Because it's just too complicated.
Yeah, way too complicated. Yeah. And we got your boys here. Let's see, Anibal.
Arroyos con pollos.
Arroyos con pollos. Yes. Let's go.
What up, fellas?
What's up?
Going on, bro? How's everything?
We're good. We're good.
Right.
Where's your peguelos?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're in here somewhere.
You can't find them. You can't see.
Awesome work, by the way, on Forbidden.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You guys made your goal, right? You went over your goal?
Yeah, we made the first stretch goal. Yes. The campaign did. And now I'm just waiting for the colorist to finish the extra pages because the stretch goal, we added 4 additional pages.
Nice.
So by Friday, that'll be done. That's the only thing that's left. Everything else went to the printers. The posters, the stickers, all that stuff went to the printer. And the people that's supposed to get shirts, that's already been mailed out. I was
saying, if you want to send me a shirt or a book, it doesn't matter. Just whatever, you know.
Yeah, you didn't qualify for a shirt, buddy.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't know. I just been like click, and then that was it. I don't, you know.
Yeah, so now we're just
maybe a pencil.
Yeah, we're waiting for the stuff to come back from the.
We have our Catch DaCRaze pencil here.
Oh, that's what it is? Yeah. So not not this Monday, but the Monday after is when everything will go to the printers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What printer are you using?
I'm using I forgot the name of the guy. He's doing because we got a gold cover, a hollow foil cover, and a standard cover. So he's doing all three.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But dollar for dollar, everything went on the campaign. Dollar for dollar, it's all gone.
That's how it should be. It should pay for itself, you know.
Every single % went it. So, and now we're just I'm finished that up, and now I'm just getting ready for Catch DaCRaze number 3.
Wow. And how many pages was that you worked on?
Wow.
He did.
Oh, man.
The stuff that was published was 27 and 16, so that's like what 37, 43. He did 43 pages plus about 7 covers.
That's cool.
That's just the published stuff. Then on my end as well,
I never even knew about.
Both our ends, there's like artwork that's never been seen before that we just found, like stacks of pages, bro. Like it's
it's not funny how that works out like that.
Yeah, you know what's even crazier is so now I'm looking at the pages that he did, and I'm looking at the pages that the other artists did for those, and I'm like, do I just continue on and then leave it off where the last page ended, or
right?
So
Sam, there's literally enough between the two of us pages for like an entire issue.
Really? Was these doubles like redraws or
like just off of the stuff that was never published on my end? That would have been my issue 3, my 3rd issue.
Oh my gosh! So this is your behind the scenes book, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nothing should go to waste, you know.
We got George.
Never going to waste.
We're gonna bring out George. All right,
yes.
George. So you want to give him his beat on when he comes in, or what?
The beat?
He can never hear it. George can never hear it.
I can never hear this stupid beat.
I'll put my beat.
Oh, man, the nice, crazy Euro techno music.
He got the glow
Yes,
sticks.
the little light sticks, glow lights.
They bring it back to the limelight, right?
That's awesome, bro.
Oh shoot, the limelight. What's up, fellas?
Your mic is
What up,
static.
man?
What's up? We're talking about your art. We're missing one more guy, right? Jonathan? Is he coming in?
John Diesel, he's gonna make an entrance. Where's he at?
Yeah, man, I gotta tell you, George, you gotta get a new headset because that shit's crackling like crackle pop. Yeah. I got this one. You know, I don't even use it, but it's like I got tinnitus, so it's like makes my ears ring. Like, yeah. He went blank. What happened? Here, quick, grab him, take him. I got it.
You good?
That's better, right?
Yeah.
Much better.
He must be in another channel because he just sent me a message.
Oh, he's on another channel.
I don't know where he's at. He's lost in limbo.
Yo, I'm telling you, you can't make it up. He's special.
How is that possible? I just sent one link.
He should have made
Hey,
a
Hey, Ray, real quick before I forget, someone had inquired about your Bronx Heroes Con, so I'm asking for them. Is that a thing? Is it still going on? Or are you bringing it back? So there it is.
It's still coming. It's going to be. I don't know the month yet, but it's going to be in the summer.
All right.
This is the actual situation. I got one offer to do it in the summer, and that's a paid rental. I'll be renting the space, but it's a huge space. And the second one is a free space, but it's in September, in the fall. So I might use both. I might do 2 shows. If I'm crazy enough to do 2 shows, but right now I'm focusing on the first one and see how's it go. I don't know if you guys remember, I did 2 shows like 2 weeks apart. Once upon a time, I did Bronx Heroes Comic Con, then I did Superheroes Comic Con, and that was nuts. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was like 2011. And it was crazy. People were confused, like, which one is it? Like, they thought it was the same event, you know? so you can't have 2 events that are too close because people show up to the wrong show. You know?
That's true. Yeah, you were doing a bunch of shows, man. You had a lot of stuff going on in the Bronx.
I did, and then I also was a consultant for the White Plains Comic Con that was in the White Plains Library that was for Nancy Silbercleat and the White Plains Youth Bureau. I did that for 2 years. So yeah, I was all over the place, you know.
Yeah,
and then helping in other people's cons too. So yeah, it's too much. It's like I just want to sit home and draw.
I just sent John. I tried to send John the link that you sent us in the group that he's in, but
he's in the waiting room. What waiting room?
What waiting room? Where is it?
I don't know what waiting room. How many waiting rooms you got, bro?
No, I know. I don't. Let me see. Let me take one of these things out.
I'm chatting with him now. He just sent me a message.
Yeah, he's
there he goes. There he goes. All right.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you ready for him to come in? Let's
do it.
Let's get that music going.
There he is.
Like this.
Go, John. Go, John. Go, John.
What happened?
You went to the wrong studio?
Boy.
You went to the wrong digital studio?
Dude, I was in here before everybody was in here. I don't know how I always end up last. I'm the first person in the door, last to come in. I don't get it,
bro.
Well, how did that happen?
Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
That's hilarious.
We were looking for you. I was wondering if I sent you a different link, but it was all from the same link, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was chilling in here. I got the light set up. I put on my new shirt and everything. And I'm just sitting.
Yeah, your Luther Vandross going?
Well, you the one that
yeah, trying. I'm trying, but I don't know. No,
Hey,
I don't know.
Fellas, I want to be the one to say it, fellas. Happy anniversary. April is our month.
Really?
The horsemen came together
in April?
2004.
Oh, wow.
Get out of here, really?
Wow.
So you opened it up. You opened it up. So why don't you tell us, how did you guys all meet at Oyo? Go for it, man.
It was
we all met. Wow. Let me see. Where was this? Was it at that crazy convention in Jersey, that Star Wars convention that these guys were at that they definitely did not belong at? Is that the one? That's got to be the one. That's got to be the one. They were being interviewed by a banana, some dude in a banana suit.
Damn.
Oh, yes. The banana.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
But the true story is we were all on a lineup. That's how it happened.
Why didn't you guys belong at the Star Wars show? Why? Because why wasn't it your show?
We weren't we didn't have anything Star Wars. Everybody was looking for Star Wars memorabilia and all that stuff, and we were comic guys. And
well, you know what it is? Sam had a book called Cosmic Wars. And he was like, you know what? This would be a good place to promote Cosmic Wars because it's Star Wars, Cosmic Wars. And we got there and it was straight up Star Wars. Like nobody wanted to know any other wars than Star Wars. That's the only wars they cared about.
Wars either.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Yes. So we met. Yeah, we were on Inkswell was the documentary.
Yeah.
And we met a
that was the banana guy, Inkswell.
Yeah, the Inkswell was the documentary that we were being interviewed on. Wise guy. And then we met Anibal, who was walking around. He had a sad face in his and we're like, "Are you okay, young man?" And he was like, "No, we're looking about portfolio." So
I was like, "I want a comics job. I want to do what you guys do." And do you guys remember the guy next to you?
Yeah, green set.
He had two chicks with him, and he was promoting his comic. And I actually was supposed to go work with them.
Really?
We exchanged emails or whatever. And then when I hit them up and I sent them samples or whatever, I got a return to sender. I guess like something fell through or whatever, and that's how I ended up actually linking up with you guys. I've always forgotten to mention that one. I think they were called Wet Ink Comics, if I remember correctly.
Wet Ink Comics.
Wet Ink Comics, yeah.
Opposed to the Dry Ink Comics. The other guys.
They're all washed up. But yeah, so that's it was Anibal was showing us his portfolio.
Oh, all right, cool. Your work is amazing. I gotta tell you, but, there's always more than one side to the story, and I think Jonathan had a different say in that story, right, Jonathan? I think last week he was saying something a bit different.
I'm making the point. I want my credit. I'm the one that scouted out Anibal. They always take credit from me. I scouted him out. I called them over.
Yeah, John. Yeah, John made John definitely.
we make
you.
it sound like Aniba walked over to the table and found us. Meanwhile,
Yeah, I
John
had
was
nothing
on
to
the
do
corner
with it. I was just there, Yeah.
John definitely was
Like,
the one to reach out. Definitely.
He's like, Papi,
You know,
Papi,
that's cheers.
you got art?
Salud, Ray.
Uh-oh.
Salute.
It's on.
Hey,
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Here's to your anniversary. So
there you go.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
I knew he was gonna sing. I knew he was gonna sing.
that's Sam's thing. You got to have a New Kids on the Block song with the word anniversary in it.
Oh,
So Anibal basically said you guys were his second choice. He's throwing shade.
Who's that?
oh,
We weren't hot enough.
Oh,
Anibal
man.
was the ones that were
Ouch.
up,
Where are we at? Where are we? What are we doing?
That's you coming from YouTube. There's Jay Salazar. Is that the fifth Beatle for you guys or what?
Yeah, that's one of my homies
Yes.
from Texas, man. Yeah, one of my Air Force buddies there. Yeah, he supports. He's always down with the shows and stuff. He goes into the Kickstarters and throws like ducats in there. So shout out.
we love Salazar.
And on top of that, he's also a nurse down in Texas. So he's one of those vital, important.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, the shirt is on its way.
Oh my goodness.
The books will come after the shirt. You'll get the shirt before the book.
Oh, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I send out a few invites. Couple of people should be tuning in.
Very cool. Very cool.
What's up, Michael? San Martino.
Yeah,
Mike's another one, bro. Big
They
shout out to
coming in
Mike.
to
It's a
support.
roadie, the official.
Mike is a huge
Yes.
supporter. He's always down for it. He always supports. He always lays down the dough,
Yeah.
buys whatever.
Michael is funny, bro. That guy sense of
And
humor.
on top of it, yeah, he's got the quippy one-liner.
Hysterical.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
whose idea was it to start doing the interviews in the comic conventions? Who was the brainchild of that?
Oh, it's that crazy dude up there.
Oh, that's Sammy boy.
Sending
Sammy
people
boy.
out.
Kristen Aluas, what's up? Yeah.
Sam's not paying attention. He's looking at the people. Look at him. He's like, oh, look at the people.
Always gotta give props to the people. You always gotta respect the people. But anyway, it's like I feel like I'm on my own show. I always stop to recognize everybody. I said, yo,
It's fine.
Ray, step aside. I'm thinking of
Sam is looking at his adoring fans.
We'll give Sam the spotlight over here. Where's he? Somewhere over here. Where's he? Oh, here you go. Here, over here. Here you go. I got it. All right. He's trying. He said drop him in. There we go.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's not working.
Sam is really waiting for himself. He's
Oh
like,
man,
I see
Ray.
it. Oh, where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Oh man, Ray.
In the waiting room. Sorry.
I'm backstage.
He put on the backstage. We'll figure it out one day.
Oh,
You
man.
said drop it and drag it, right? There you
There
go.
he is.
There we go.
Friends, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Put on the crazy techno music, man.
Yeah,
Tell us, how did you
Put on that freaky techno music.
that shit is great.
Here we go. Yeah. Now it's the party.
Yeah, that music is great.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
John, what are you doing? Put it away.
¿Qué pasó?
Order in the
tell us,
court.
tell us how did you come up with this idea to start interviewing people?
Listen to music again.
The delay. That's all the way from Japan now. The 3-second delay.
Is it? Oh. Hi. John is techno, not salsa. Yeah, no. John was doing some sort of jiggling. But no, so back in the day,
Oh man.
Podcasting, I went to a podcast summit when in the early inception when they're trying to introduce podcasting to everybody and people trying to understand what the hell it was. At that time, it was the food industry was going into podcasting, the cookie shows, they were starting to go into that direction.
Oh, yeah, there is.
And so I went to a summit and then I got on a podcast iFanboy.
Right.
And at that time, it was just Comic Geek Speak and iFanboy.
Mhm.
And so, you know me, once I see something and I'm like, I recognize the potential, I already started tapping into them. And I was like, yo, tell me how you do this, how you do that. And I already started, brainstorming. And so I went out, knew nothing of, and I was in the music industry before. So I went out and got a mixer, got the mics, set it up. So, George, we're going to start doing this, because I looked at it as a means to not only promote Crazy Comics, but also network and build relationships with the people in the industry.
Smart.
And at that time, it was a lot easier to talk to the mainstream.
There was nobody. Nobody was doing it.
We had Mike Oming. We had
Those are the first.
Frank Polito. We had it was easier to talk to the mainstream guys than it is now, because we were one of 3. There was less than 10 podcasters that were doing it.
Right.
Wait, real quick, Ray, you have the Bronx Heroes logo right on Anibal's face. You just move it. No, I'm just saying, put us all in the grid. There you go. Anibal was like that shit was all up in his face. Like, back up, man.
Yo, George, he doesn't have his glasses on. He won't notice.
Anibal, you saw that?
I did notice that towards the end while Sam was talking. I think that. Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
George.
He was trying to move the sign. He's like, hello.
So
I looked at it as a double-edged sword. I said, all right, here's a means to not only build our brand, but also gain exposure and network with people in the industry, and hopefully make those connections that is going to broaden our reach. So that was the initial thought process when I created Catch DaCRaze.
That's awesome. That's great, man. Yeah, and you guys, I remember you guys had Michelle Martin.
Yeah.
And she was going around doing stuff. And
we had Michelle St. Martin,
Keith Murphy,
Dadion Torres. Let's see, Keith Murphy, Dadion Torres, Michelle St. Martin. We had several field reporters that were like Keith Murphy did live interviews at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We initially, when we started, it was me and John, and I have George. He did a couple of them. John was doing a few interviews in the field.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we met Lex Comics. We met Charles Dixon. We met a lot of people that way. But yeah, at the time, it was like everybody wanted to be a part of it, and that was the fun part of it. And that's why our rankings and our views at that time, I didn't understand it.
Right.
So when I'm looking at George, I'm like, yo, we got 100,000 hits, and we don't know what the hell that is. Now I want 100,000 hits. I was like, yo,
you're not gonna get 20.
No, yes,
no, for real.
I didn't know it was a gold line we were sitting on, and so walking away from it, looking back, it's like, man, if we would just stuck to it,
you'd have millions. You'd be Kevin Smith. You'd be
Kevin Smith. Yeah, word.
But. That was the part of it. It was fun. It was just we were having fun. We loved hosting the indie after parties. We loved doing all that stuff. It was just fun.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. And then you guys went you did like the Beatles did. You came out with your own solo albums after your solo careers.
So I became Bobby Brown and they were Bill DeVoe. They stood together.
Right.
Bobby Brown. Yeah, he had a drug problem. Sam had a drug problem. Went away. Went into rehab. And we kept it going.
So he got Whitney hooked on crack, right?
Yeah, he got Whitney.
Dude, I actually interviewed them.
Yes, look at that.
Let's see these books. Hold on, let me highlight this over here. All right, let's put this down.
You get the big screen. I get the block.
The collection of publications that we ran.
Annabelle keep getting blocked out.
We did our solo album during the era.
We're gonna put you on the big screen over here. Hold on a second. Show your books. Show your books, George.
My personal favorite.
There you go.
John, hold yours up if you got him, bro.
It's a hot mess.
Let's see. Annabelle gets his books in there. Let's see.
Bam.
Let's see.
We'll figure it out. There we go.
There we go.
Yes, there we go.
So Annabelle, you're like the George Harrison of the group, right? You're like the deep artist. Look at those books. My God, he's cranking them out.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Badasses.
Wow.
Let's see. The Lords
Lords
of
of Nevada.
Hot Tails Badasses. We might bring that one back, actually.
Nice. Yeah. Hot Tails, badasses. Wow, that's cool. You did that cover too?
No, that's
Who
not.
did that? That was Luca. Right?
Luca. Yeah.
He was an Italian artist.
Nice.
we
It looks like
commissioned
it because that's not very PC these days.
No.
No.
And,
Warp.
Lord-
Now that's one of
This-
Jonathan's books.
This was something we worked on with Jonathan, actually.
you and Jonathan. All right, cool.
Future Scope project here.
Nice. Very awesome.
Look at those 80s retro hair.
For real.
Yeah, right.
The colors too. There's like this is very 90s. Cryptic looks like a what was the name of that comic book with Danzig? The Danzig comic books over here. You know, like that looks like the creepy horror.
Urban Tales of Fright. Big shout out to Gary Camp. He did the logo for
Yeah,
Did we really?
Gary did that. Yeah, Gary did that.
Gary Camp, the really?
He's got a story in here as well. The Mala Noche story. That character right there.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Gary Camp. Yeah, he's one of the OGs.
One of the OG Bronx heroes, right?
OGs.
Right, OG.
That book also has our collaboration. Anibal. Achilla.
Yep. Our very first solo project, our very first collaboration together, me and Jorge.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
We did the writing together. He did the artwork on it.
Oh, you got Chatanandra on there too. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Nice. La Chila.
Come on, man. You're Puerto Rican. Chilla.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Come on, bro.
You said you're Puerto
You're from the
Rican.
Bronx. La Chilla.
He's not Puerto Rican. He's a Puerto Rican.
I'm a Puerto Rican Colombian.
Ray, is it Reynaldo or Raimundo? What's your full name?
He's a Lumberican.
I'll tell you this funny story. Birth name is Reynaldo, but no one ever called me that in my house. They always called me Ray. So only when I was in trouble at school.
That was it.
Felix.
Oh, damn.
They didn't even call me by my birth name my entire life at home. So I had a
Jesus Christ.
At home, this is an official breaking news. At home, my entire family was Pucci. Where's Pucci? Where's Puchito?
Pucci. You would be a Pucci. You
got the nickname.
that
I was Pito.
Remember Pucci for girls.
Wow.
That's because he
For dogs, ain't it?
It's
like a dog man.
Pucci over dogs.
Roll over Pucci.
That was it.
Oh,
I didn't even know my name was Sam.
Are you guys working to collaborate again? And are you guys coming back together? Are the Beatles going to have a reunion, like a reunion comic book? Or?
We should. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anything's possible, man. You know?
Come together.
Yeah, for real.
Just throw words out there. Sam will get a song.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, absolutely. So
The convention in Wayne. Who's all going to be there? I know Sam and Jonathan are.
And George.
I'm gonna be there because we have a panel we're doing at the PowCon.
Oh,
Very soon. Yeah, we're doing a podcasting panel with Sammy. So
Yes.
very cool.
Okay.
Breaking news. Yes.
Are you going to do like live streaming from the convention?
Yes. As long as he has Wi-Fi, we're gonna live stream the events. We're gonna have 2 cameras, one on us and one on the audience. And it's gonna be on how to break into podcasting.
What happened?
Yeah, right.
I was trying to move to the side, and the box hit me in the back. It's terrible. Almost a man down.
So we're doing on how to break into podcasting from the basics to actually branding and expanding. So and we're gonna have raffles and prizes, and it's gonna be fun. We're going to be on site signing for the Crazies, and George will be signing for Wonder Duck and Rush 5377, and I'll be also signing for Cosmic Wars and Forbidden and all the kids' books.
You know, it's funny.
Nice.
I love duck characters. I think duck characters are the coolest. And I think because it's because of Howard the Duck, because of Daffy Duck, because of Donald Duck, But it's almost like you didn't get a cease and desist from Disney or Warner Brothers for that.
Not yet, my man. Not yet. I'm still flying under the radar. Maybe I'm just not big enough yet.
Yeah.
But nothing.
That looks cool. I mean,
yeah. Listen, I was a big fan of Disney Afternoon growing up. There's no there's no denying that. And Gizmo Duck was like my joint. Like I loved that character, Gizmo Duck. And when I was younger, I was like, yo, I need to come up with my own character. So I came up with Wonder Duck, and that's how Wonder Duck came about. But yeah, I mean, these guys, the artists on the book are from the Philippines. Good.
Oh, you didn't draw this?
No, Nine Life Studios. I wrote the story, but Nine Life Studios did all of the artwork inside.
Wow! So you got the slave labor going on there.
Oh damn! Cancel!
No, I just heard. I never experienced it, but I heard that some writers go outside to get cheaper rates because the rates are cheaper out there than over here.
I mean, it was at one point. It's comparable now, bro. Like they I mean, I'm telling and their artwork is so good, so they know because a lot of American writers and people here are sending work out there. They're like, wait a minute, we're not. We can charge more now. Right. They're in demand. So yeah, no, it's not as cheap as you would think it is.
Okay, because I know I lost a few jobs to those guys.
Did you? How long ago? Like a while ago, or like
maybe like over a decade ago.
Oh yeah, over a decade, dude. Yeah. This book right here is 6 issues.
Right.
It cost me. I was paying like $500 per 22 pages for pencils, inks, and colors.
Dude, all that's cheap. That's
cheap. So there's no way you were going to compete with that.
$15,000 job right there.
Yeah, you were never going to compete with that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
back then, now it's different.
I go international all the time.
Really?
Well, you know what it is. I put it out there. I had one local. I don't know about JC Grande is from I think El Salvador, right? But yeah, so the last guy that was from Poland. One is from the colorist is from Brazil. I had someone from the Philippines. So what I do is I put here's the budget, here's the job, here's the timeline, and people bid on it. And so it's usually the ones who say you're crazy, blah 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 blah. I don't even allow them to comment because I usually lock the forum. I lock the forum and said if you're interested, you just have to contact me directly. Right. And then I usually get about 40-50 people that contact me, and then you pick which one meets your criteria, your style that you're looking for, and you go with there.
Interesting. Yeah. I did that one time with when I was looking for models for the OD's Helpful Hints, my adult comic book back in the day, and Craigslist. I got like tons of like women sending me these scantily photos, and my wife's like, "What's going on? I'm coming to this interview."
She said, "I'm coming to this interview,"
and then you get to this big 600-pound dude, hairy chest. Michael San Martino says Darkwing Duck is his favorite character.
Darkwing Duck was the boy.
Yeah,
Darkwing Duck was I love Darkwing Duck.
He was the joint.
Darkwing Duck.
Great.
Well, Howard the Duck Black and White magazine was the best.
I love Howard the Duck. I don't know why they do a remake because that's the bomb. They should do a Howard the Duck series on Netflix.
Well, I heard that Kevin Smith was going to write it for Marvel, and then Kevin
Smith was also supposed to be producing Sam and Twitch for Todd McFarlane, the series on the BBC, and that fell through.
Yeah, he's a flake. I never.
What social media do you guys use to get your names out there?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of you guys, and I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith's podcast. That's why I drop his name so much. I
gotta check that out. I haven't checked it out.
Yeah. And I actually was on an unaired episode of Comic Book Men. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think it was unaired because we had a Kirby versus Stan Lee war, and Jack Kirby won. They can't put that on there. So.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was like a few years ago. That was for season 5. It never aired, and then they invited me to season 8. So I was like, right. So I was getting ready. I did the video because you have to do like a little like a trailer. You have to send them a trailer video of what you're going to sell, what you're going to promote, and then they got canceled like after their first episode or something like that, or right before their first episode. So I don't know. C'est la vie. But I think you guys should do that. You guys should have your own TV show. You guys should get together and do like a cable network thing. You just got to think of a theme, you know?
Yeah. And we'd have to have a advisory warning at the beginning because something's going to go wild. Like we got to protect ourselves. A disclaimer or something because it's going wild. You know, the
goal is to continue to grow Catch DaCRaze and the brand, and hopefully create enough of appeal that that becomes an option.
Alien in My Toilet could be a Netflix cartoon easily. Yeah. We can make that like they have so many cartoons out there, like BoJack Horseman and all that stuff. I could see your cartoon as that. You know?
Are you watching the Amazon Prime show, the Invincible show? Are you watching that?
Yeah, it's funny. I just started watching that yesterday, and then I woke up this morning. I was like, "This shit's crazy!" Like after the ending of the first episode, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Did you ever read the books?
No, I actually went on readallcomics.com and I was going through them today for the first time.
Oh, really?
I never read Invincible. And I read everything, but I never read that book.
James. No, but
I loved Invincible.
I was talking to George about Invincible today, and I think I'd love to hear anybody who's watched it what your opinion is, but I think they just rushed everything. I think it's moving too fast.
Because the first 5 issues, that thing doesn't even happen. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the pacing is completely off. I wasn't feeling it too much.
Yeah. It seemed like they're doing like the comic book seemed like you're just getting to know the character. It's like an introduction, you know?
Yeah.
So does that actually happen in the series where those superheroes get killed and shit like that, or what?
Spoiler.
That's okay.
I haven't seen or read the book.
I'm gonna spoil it.
It does happen in the comic. It does. It just happens later on. Wait, Anima, you haven't seen it?
Nah, not yet.
Oh, I thought you were gonna watch it.
Well, the Joker comes in there, and the Joker kills everybody.
All right, so then let's talk about something we've watched.
And Two-Face also, he comes in there.
How about that Snyder cut?
Just big shout out to James.
Nice segue, George. Nice segue.
How about that Snyder though? How about that Snyder cut? You want to talk about that?
I didn't see it.
That I've seen.
You see that?
That's off the hook.
So I saw it 3 times. How many? What did you? What did you guys?
Wow.
How do I mute you guys?
Well.
Spoiler alert.
I saw it 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it about that many times too.
3 times?
4 hours. 4 hour one. You saw it 3 times.
Oh wow.
There's this little button on the control. It's pause. You can pause it and then come back if you don't want to watch it 4 hours. I don't know if you ever heard of that, Sam.
No, Sam's committed. Sam will sit there and be like 4 hours.
The first time I sat through the whole thing. I
haven't done that yet. Yeah, that's.
And the second time I did half. The third time I was watching it, drinking beers with my buddy. He passed out, and then I passed out.
Sounded about right.
But I woke up again and I continued watching it. My wife was like, "You guys are still here? You still watching that movie?"
Is it on HBO Max?
Yeah,
it's on HBO Max, but I got it on Roku.
Yeah, HBO Max. Yeah.
If you get your Roku stick cracked, then you watch it for free.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, so my initial impression was it's definitely better than the first.
Yeah, I think we could all agree on that.
Way better.
Yeah.
Let's go around. Let's go around. Just whoever wants to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
jump in, everyone. Yeah, jump in.
Fuck you up.
Yeah.
I definitely thought it was better.
Let's start from the.
Definitely thought it killed. Yeah, it killed it. Killed the first version.
What's up, Mark?
The first 20 minutes was better than the whole first version.
Oh yeah,
that's how good it was.
Yeah, that opening sequence with the scream, with the Superman yell. Oh man, that was deep.
Right there, and it made sense.
It totally made sense. Yeah,
cell phone video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I honestly think that guy was a plant for Marvel, even though he didn't direct the other 2 movies.
He's like, I'm gonna screw this one up real bad.
Because the guy who played the original look of that character, what's his face, Steppenwolf, looked just like the character who got his hand cut off in the beginning of Infinity War. Their face, their design, their costume design is very similar. And then also because the whole scene with the axe in the neck was just like side by side with Thanos getting the axe.
Yeah, a lot of similarities.
Too many similarities. This movie came out in 2017. Nobody knew that those scenes were going to happen, except for Whedon, Joss Whedon, So, I mean, he probably was like, delete this. Oh, this is good. We'll use this for the next Marvel movie, but I won't be on.
See, I think that Cyborg could have used his own movie. And I think, and I know that the Flash has his own show, but I feel like the Flash could have used his own cinematic, debut.
Well, they were planning for that.
Before they put all of it together. Because then that way, I mean, obviously the movie's 4 hours because they needed to put all that stuff in there. I don't think it would have been had they done it the right way. And I think that that's my biggest gripe with DC is their lack of, it seems like just planning. Just plan it.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. Like Civil War was coming out, so they were like, yo, Batman, Superman, we got to put it out right now. And it's like, no, you're not competing. You can't just keep competing and just putting these stories out just because you got to outdo Marvel. Marvel's doing their thing. Let them do their thing. You have the more iconic characters. Yeah. You have Superman. You have Batman. You have Wonder Woman. Those are characters that I knew before I even spoke English, bro. In Ecuador, a little fucking Jorgito in Ecuador knew who Superman was. I had a little watch. I had a little Superman watch. Like, Superman is iconic, bro. Like, you don't need to do all that stuff. I just feel like they rush everything.
But that's my biggest because they're producers, they're not artists, they're not creative people. They're just dollar counters. Like, I heard that Doomsday was not original script, and they forced them to put Doomsday in there.
Oh, really?
So they just, producers, just like the same thing with Infinity War. They cut out the whole scene where Age of Ultron. I was reading that there was a scene where Bruce Banner was supposed to turn into the Gray Hulk in that movie.
Really?
Oh, that would have been nice.
Wow.
That would have been dope.
Yeah. That was the weakest one, in my opinion, in the Avengers series, the Age of Ultron. I just wasn't feeling it as a whole compared to. They could have taken that whole storyline out and just kept, the Vision storyline and the Incredible Hulk storyline. Everything else they didn't need for the whole series, bro. Honestly.
Well, that was the intro to the Scarlet Witch and all that too. So that was
besides those little things, and any of that, it wouldn't have made a difference to the end. The whole end. It was like a side story. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't part of the Infinity. It was like a side story almost.
Right. If you look at how she manipulated everybody's mind, right? But she manipulates Bruce Banner first, but you don't see what he saw.
Oh, yeah, right.
You see everybody else.
Yeah.
Because she basically unlocks Joe Fixit in his brain.
No, man, that would have been dope.
Yeah, right? Damn.
So that's what I read, that the director originally intended.
Bringing it back to the DC stuff, I think the DC stuff, the movie guys need to get with the animation guys and let those guys take over the movies because the animations get it right, man.
Right, all the time.
That's a great point.
That I've seen, whether it's the series or the movies that DC does, blows anything that they ever put on a film out the water, bro. It's
crazy.
Like, it's
nice.
Except
for Hush. They made Riddler the Hush. I didn't understand why. That one was bad. I don't know.
I don't think I saw that one. I haven't the newer ones. I haven't seen. I'm talking about like
their Suicide Squad cartoon was awesome.
Yeah, those are good. Yeah.
Stuff,
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of Harley Quinn though?
Which one? Like where?
Harley Quinn's dope.
The Harley Quinn movie by herself with the Birds of Prey.
Oh,
that was.
You have to smoke a joint to understand
it.
It was entertaining.
It was entertaining, but it reminded me of Hal Berry's Catwoman for a minute. I was like,
yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's horrible.
Like,
that was horrible.
You can't have a Catwoman movie without Batman, and you can't really have a Harley movie without Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Just stuff, that's like a sidekick of a sidekick.
Yeah, and now they're doing Suicide Squad 2, right? And I just don't feel like
yeah.
And that one,
I'm worried about that. I am worried about that.
Right, I was just gonna say that looks like the special effects on that shark guy alone had me like, what is this? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's true. That's what it looked like.
Horrible. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are they doing? Yeah.
So, have you guys seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier yet? Have you seen?
I've been watching. I've been watching a couple of the episodes. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
It's I was telling Aníbal, like and this is one of my gripes going back to the Snyder cut, just their special effects. I just don't know what it is about DC and special effects that they just can't seem to get them correct. Right. There's an opening sequence in the Falcon and show that the CGI is flawless, bro. It looks like this guy's really flying through those mountains. It just looks real. Right. So I'll say that. I mean, I so far the story is, it's all right. I just think, but I think with Aníbal, we're talking about it, right? The connection to Captain America. I'll let you talk about that, Aníbal, because you had a really good take on that. Is what I think is what keeps people watching, and we were talking about that with Aníbal.
Right. Go ahead, Aníbal.
What I was saying was they actually found a way to really make me feel somebody important died in the series. Right. Maybe it's my military background, how they had the podium set up and it was official. The whole show, the heart of the show is Captain America's death. His spirit is there, so it feels very real. As opposed,
we never saw a funeral though. That's what's interesting too.
It was a surprise. I didn't know he had died until they started talking, and you see all the little. You don't even need it. That's how strong they did it. That it wasn't even necessary in comparison to the Superman death. Honestly, I just wasn't as convinced. They had the big. I told George they had the big sign, the flag hanging. And I'm like, that could have just been an advertisement for Comic-Con. So I just didn't feel it as much. Marvel found a way to put those little nuances in there to make me care that Captain America died and it's a serious thing. Superman just didn't feel the same. Like
I can tell you why. They have Pixar writers, and in every Pixar movie, you die within 10 minutes of the movie starting.
Yo, up.
Good point.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even have to watch the whole movie up. Just the first
that makes sense
15 minutes, dude. I was like,
they're about those little nuances, those little moments. Yeah, that makes sense.
You're so right, dude.
Yeah. They have those writers, and they just make you. They get you all the emotions within like the first 20 minutes. And you're like cutting your wrist. Like, I feel
hey, John, emotional writing, man. That's your kill, man. Well, how do you feel about that? What do you have to say?
I believe that most of the Marvel movies concentrate too much on the action and doesn't focus on the emotional aspect. They want to kind of skip to the hot action scenes, really. Now, there are some movies that I'm not gonna lie that Marvel did that I really felt those movies. Logan was incredible. That's probably the most emotionally powerful movie they did so far.
Did you see the Logan in black and white though? The DVD had a black and white version. Did you see that? That's really yeah.
Oh no, I gotta check that out. I didn't even know that. I did not know that.
You get the DVD, you can watch it in black and white. It's even better. It looks like an old 1950s, 60s movie. Yeah.
Oh, that is dope. I gotta see that.
The problem with the X-Men movies is that they're always saving kids. It's like X-Men never saved no kids. Any comic.
You gotta do it for the kids, though. The little kids. Come on, the kids.
I didn't need that. I didn't need kids to be. I wanted to see X-Men die after I read that book. There's like some X-Men about to die. So Sam,
do y'all feel? I'm sorry. How do y'all feel about Venom? I know there's a split on Venom. How do y'all feel?
It's what Ray said. You can't have Venom without Spider-Man. Like, you can't do it. You can't do it.
Good point. Good point.
Do it, dude.
It was
a deal breaker right there, right? You're coming in on the negative that way, like, damn,
That's what every kid told me that saw that movie. They're like, "Yo, man, where was Spider-Man? I was waiting for Spider-Man."
Yeah,
a cameo, something.
Yeah, something. So, Sam, what did you think about these shows?
I didn't see anything.
Sam, what?
I don't know where.
Stop it! You will watch shows you like. You watched Invincible. Stop it.
Yeah, 1 a.m. when I went.
That's it. You just gotta watch an hour.
And I was like, all right.
What? He said 1 a.m.
It took me 3 days to do it because every night I put on like.
You know what I do? I read my comics when I'm on the toilet, and I watch my TV when I'm drawing. So I have to have the TV on and I'm drawing. So I can't sit there and just do nothing and just watch the TV.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
The only time I watch TV is when I'm going to sleep. When I'm working out, I'm usually listening. I have YouTube on. I'm usually watching like UFC highlights, or like motivational podcasts while I'm working out. But that's it. I mean, most of the time I'm here just grinding. I'm a slave to this room.
Yo, that room hates you right there, right? You're like, yo, get out, Sam. Get out. The room is like, yo, Sam, we see you too much, bro.
I know, right? I told my wife, I was like, Monday we're gonna go to the American Dream Mall.
Oh yeah.
Don't lie to her.
They have Angry Birds miniature golf.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have roller coasters.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that place is
It's a whole theme park there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go for the Angry Birds miniature golf and go get some coffee. So just have fun.
Oh, what's this?
Technical difficulties.
Oh, what?
Technical difficulties.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. But
I gotta go to that mall, bro. I haven't been there.
What's the name of the mall again?
American Dream.
Where you been? You've been in a hall. It's been all over New York Times, everywhere.
I live like 5 minutes away from it, Ray. It's nice, man. It's really
Where
nice.
is it? Jersey or
Jersey? Yeah.
To get it open.
Biggest mall on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they have a theme park, they have a water park, they have ice skating,
Really?
they have two miniature golfs, they have indoor snowboarding and skiing.
Yep.
Get
They got a ski lift, bro.
Yes,
An actual ski lift.
They got a ski
What is
lift?
this, like from
Crazy,
Dubai
bro.
or something?
Crazy.
What the hell?
They've been working on this for over 20 years, but
20 years.
Yeah.
I walked the site when it was all just concrete, and then I walked it again when they had the framing up and all that stuff, and then I walked it when they were building out, and I was there. I was part of helping the last company I worked for build out that location for our store. So I got to see from bare bones to where it began. It was beautiful.
They stopped building it for a while though. Didn't they stop working on it for a minute? Like they just left they had like the ski lift, and that was the only thing that was built, and then they just
changed hands 3 times.
It changed owners, yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
3 times. Because originally when it started, it was called Xanadu.
Xanadu.
Wow.
And so the guys that own Mall of America went and bought it, and so they started working on it. Then we were supposed to open twice, and it got canceled because the Rona.
Right. And now they're open fully.
They're open, but they're not at full capacity. They still have
I gotta see this.
50% of retail.
Hey, I'm not alone. It came from the radio. Said never heard of this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you never left Long Island. It's in Jersey.
So what exit is this on? Like where is this? Like what town?
It's near the stadium.
The Meadowlands.
The Meadowlands.
East Rutherford? Is it East Rutherford? No, before you get to East Rutherford.
It's right across from
East Rutherford. It's right next to MetLife Stadium.
Right next to MetLife.
Oh, okay. Wow. So that's way remote out there. Wow. Yeah. That's near when you're heading towards the military base over there, right? The Fort Dix.
It's only 5 minutes off of the.
Nah, not really.
Not that far, or is it?
As you get out the Lincoln Tunnel.
Yeah, it wouldn't. No.
Fort Dix is way south, bro. Fort Dix
it's like 7. That's like 7A or something.
Yeah, that's down there.
It's like Great Adventures or something.
Yeah.
No,
Six Flags.
Oh,
This,
Six Flags,
You
okay.
can see New York City from the mall.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's only 5 minutes from the tunnel.
So that's the next. So that's where all the Rona's coming from Jersey. Then, right? It's like they opened
That place is a one-stop shop. The way they
John laughing. John liked that one. John.
That was a goodie. That was a you.
John hates Jersey.
To build the context, John hates
Nah,
Jersey.
John hates Jersey.
Let me defend myself. I wouldn't.
Jersey. I've been thinking. I'm working in Jersey.
I would not use the word hate.
Okay.
I would say strongly try to avoid at all costs. I would not say hate. There's a difference.
All right, what's up with Jersey, John?
Huh?
You got jacked up in Jersey? What happened?
No, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you what it is.
Right.
You asked for it, y'all. Sam and Annabelle asked for it.
Let's put him in the big spot. Let's put him in the big boy seat over here.
Okay, here we go.
Why is Jersey?
I'm going to get a big spot tonight. All right. These are my issues with Jersey. I don't hate Jersey. Just try to avoid it at all costs. But I don't hate it. the first thing, Jersey has something called a jug handler. It makes no sense. It's a turn within a turn to make a U-turn. It's two turns to make a U-turn. Who does that? That makes no sense to me. So that's the first thing. Westchester has a U. No, I live in Westchester. There's a straight U. You go up, you go across, you go down, you're good to go.
No, but
so that's not Westchester.
If you do the cross county expressway from 87.
No, that's just horrible. That's just jammed up. That's a whole different thing. That's totally just jammed up. That's bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
So that's the first thing.
Earthquake.
See, Jersey messed up my phone too. Look at that. It made it fall. It's jinxed. I can't say no more. It's jinxed.
That is too funny.
That was it. That was it. I was expecting some juicy stuff.
I know. I thought we were gonna get a.
That's it. Well, okay. The other thing, I'll say this.
Daisy. This coming from Driving Miss Daisy. You ever seen John take a turn?
Oh man.
Yo, joggers move faster than him.
John driving.
Like, you know, you'll see helicopters because like where does traffic come from, and everyone's following John. When he makes a turn,
he's a Sunday driver.
Dude.
Yo,
John will go to a stop sign. Stop. Count 1, 2, 3, 4,
yes,
and then go.
Yes, I follow the rules. I do. Yes, I do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
It says stop.
That's what you're supposed to do. It's called the law. Come on, yo. It's in the manual, for crying out loud.
It's in the manual.
I get anxiety when he has to take a turn. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing. I got to tell a story about driving that happened with George and Annabelle. I don't know if I should tell the story because I don't want to embarrass George. He's my boy. But all I have to say is,
was he wearing like red underwear or something? What was embarrassing?
on my head?
Yo, Superman underwear.
I'll put it this way:
the
only person who had a legal license was me, and I was in the passenger seat. I'll just leave it at that on the way to Philly. I'll leave it at that.
Was that on the way to Philly?
So
you basically illegally. But you're a licensed driver.
George, you got to tell that one. If George give me permission, I'll tell.
I remember the story of us getting pulled over in White Plains, and I didn't have like license, I didn't have registration, I didn't have insurance. I was driving as dirty as you possibly could. I should have been locked up. I should
like a true Latino.
So there's really nothing you can say, Jonathan. It's gonna embarrass me, bro. Go for it. Tell the story.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell the story. This is funny though. I believe it was Philly. We're on our way. It's me, Sam, and I believe it was me and Sam. I don't think Annabelle was there.
Yeah,
and we was on our way.
Already the story's.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, John.
George don't want me to tell it. He keep cutting me off because he don't want me to tell the story. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Tell the story. Tell the
conspiracy.
Wait.
I'm going to tell the story.
John, I think George was with us when we got pulled over at the gas station.
On the highway.
Yes, they followed us. They were following us for a minute, and then they followed us. They pulled us over.
Yes. Oh, and this is the funny thing. And Annabelle, I believe, was with us. We was driving. The lights come on. So George turns to me.
Story, though.
I kid you not. Oh, you wasn't there?
I wasn't there, but I've heard the story. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So the lights come on. George turns to me and says, "What? I'm not telling the story. I'm done. You ruined the fun of telling the story. I'm not telling the story."
Come on.
What is this?
John, we're hanging on every word. Come on, John.
No, you're not.
No, go for it, man.
So the
story time.
So the cop pulls me over. So the cop pulls George over, and George turns to me and goes, "John, my license ain't it's expired and it don't have inspection." So I'm like, "Yo, I'm the only person with a license, and I'm a colored person. Are you kidding me? They're throwing me in a ditch." So I'm like, "All right, pull it over." I swear to God. The guy goes to George. George is like, "Hey, how you doing?" He got the hat. what you boys doing? You know, from New York, license and registration. George shows the license, and George says, "Yeah, I was going to get my license renewed." He's like, "But it's been like, you know, or for a while." George says, "Yeah, I got to get it renewed." He says, "It's been expired for a year."
That's the second time they pulled me over. Second time. Go ahead.
Yeah, second time. Yeah, he got away the first time too. That's true. He says it's been a year. So the guy goes and he says, "Okay, take the license. Let me see your registration." He didn't get the inspection done because the inspection was out. No. He turns to me and he's like, "You know, I could throw you in jail and take the car right now." And they take a bus. So he turns to Sam, and Sam is like, "I don't, just because I'm Spanish, I can't drive. I don't have a license." They turn to me. I'm like, Sam, "I got a license."
Oh, shit.
I got to get in the driver's seat. George got to get out. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm going to come up missing. They're going to make it out the state, and it's over. I'm like, "George, how could you not have the license?" The minute we get into Philly, George switches, say, "All right, get out the driver's seat. I'm getting back in." I'm like, "No, but are you kidding me?"
Because they said, "What are you guys doing?" And we showed they were going to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And they let us know. They go, "Oh, these guys are not. They're not freaking traveling with drugs. These guys are just nerds."
That's right.
Ray, that shit traumatized John so bad. He was staying with me for a while, and for some reason or other, I forget what it was. I told him, "John, can you drive the car for me while I do this or whatever? I just need." He was like, "Oh, this is how he told me to say." He was like, "Oh, hell no, I did that one time." And he told me to. I'm like, "Okay, I understand, bro.
Oh, I understand. He had a connection with me.
Give me the key back.
Yeah.
You don't have to drive."
Oh, that's a goodie.
John was definitely social.
Oh, that one was a goodie.
We went to Pittsburgh. I didn't have a license at the time, and so I was like, "John, I'm not driving the car. There's no way." I thought the guy was gonna pass out. And so Brian Kong had and that's even worse. Do you think that Jonathan takes those turns slow?
No.
Very slow. And so he was like, "We're never gonna get there." It was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. And then, I gotta add to that one too. The funny thing is, Sam goes to me, and I'm like, "Sam."
Hold on.
I say, "Sam." Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm not there. Man down. I'm not there. Man down.
There you go.
Oh, I'm there. Okay.
Sorry, I'm on my second beer now. This is like double IPAs. This is like drinking.
So I go to Sam and I'm like, "I need a soda," because soda is my alcohol. I'm like, I'm stressed. I need a soda. I need a Coca-Cola. So Sam is like, "We got to stop for a soda." I said, "Dude, I'm driving. You don't have a license. My joint is messed up." By the way, my joint was messed up at the time.
I need a damn soda. Give me a soda.
Yeah, I got to get a soda. Sam gets the soda. I say, "Hold the soda for me, Sam." He's like, "Why you got to hold the soda? Why I got to hold the soda? It's your soda." And I swear to God, we see something in the road.
Drink, bro. You should have got grape drink.
Yo.
Sugar, water, purple.
This is like that John Leguizamo movie, hanging out with the whole.
Yo, wasn't the wolf in the car with you guys?
Oh man,
Wolf was in there. Yo, he was hilarious. Sam turned to Wolf. Wolf was like, "Don't even look at me." He was like, "Don't even look at me."
J-Ron says it was a deeply conservative country. He says,
"Yeah,
yes, the wolf."
Oh man,
killing me.
We had some. that whole trip was interesting because the wolf was acting up over there as well. So at Pittsburgh Comic-Con,
yeah.
The great thing about it that the I guess the top suite they open it up for the people who are attending, the pros, so they have it up and they have open bar, they have a pool room, and it's like different rooms, and it was awesome. I go up there and I see the wolf getting into an argument with some dude, and look, they're gonna fight. And so me
Yeah.
being, that's my boy. So it's like, right. So I'm sneaking up behind the guy. And I'm like, if this is going down,
6'2", 200 pounds, and he's sneaking up, right?
because the guy was bigger
That's
than
really magic, right?
the guy was bigger than the wolf. And I'm like, oh no, I said, because when the wolf drinks, he's a little too.
Yeah, he's a drinker.
Yeah,
Like,
it'll be one hit on the floor. So I'm like, no, I gotta. And so I go up, and then when I get close enough, they're just being aggressive, but they're drunk, but they're playing. And I was like, ooh, I almost put this guy in the headlock. And then the wolf was like, yo, give me the keys, because we're all in the same room. It was me, Brian, John. An air mattress that got a flat, and so I was sleeping on a hard floor. It was horrible. and then the wolf is like, give me the damn keys, and he's getting aggressive with me. And I was like, yo, I see an open bar. He turns around, I get an elevator dip. But we had a great time over there.
I see an open bar.
And you guys did San Diego together too, right? You guys did San Diego Comic-Con as well together.
We did San Diego. Yeah, it was like 20 of us.
That was
great.
The 4 of us
party like rock stars, bro.
Yes.
Did the 4 of us do it at one time or no? There was always one missing, I think.
John was missing from when I went, but you guys had gone the year before me. I think. John, tell us about that Las Vegas stripper, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that's a goodie. Now this,
tell us how she took your money, son. She took all your money, son.
John got robbed.
Now this should get a full screen. Check it out. This is hilarious. This is good. I decided to go to Vegas.
Yo, he likes to wiggle and
he took all that boy money.
Jack got censored. He got censored.
Go ahead. Oh, shit. Go ahead. Oh, man. Background music.
He likes to wiggle, son.
The fact that he's telling the story, he denied it was a stripper for years. The fact that he's telling the story just tells
me it was not a stripper. They're making that up. It was not a stripper. They keep making it up.
It was a nice girl.
It was a girl, though. It was a girl, and there was some money.
It was a girl,
wasn't it? It was a lady,
and I was broke. I will give this. I did end up broke, and it was a girl, but she had nothing to do with it.
Did she have a little horse head hand?
Oh man!
But this is funny. So I decided to go to Vegas before San Diego. So I fly back to San Diego. I was receiving my paycheck, direct deposit, and we're doing the show. So I'm like, all right, I won't have a problem. Sam will set you up, man. You got to watch Sam. He'll set you up. Sam says to me, John, don't worry about the time you come in because the hotel will let you in. I've already put your name in. So I'm in San Diego with a suitcase in the roughest part at like 10 o'clock at night in the day. They don't get in until like 10:45 at night.
Right.
And I got $10 in my pocket, literally $10 in my pocket. So I call them before they get on the plane. And I say, so by the way, Sam, the plane ain't going to crash or nothing, right? Like y'all ain't delayed. There's no storm or nothing. Sam starts laughing his butt off. And he says, what's the problem? I said, because I'm broke. And if I can't get in a hotel, I'm stuck in San Diego with no money. And Sam turns to George and says, I knew it. I knew he paid for some woman. He said that right on the game. He's like, I knew he'd come back broke. I knew it. They did him.
He paid for some woman.
Was that $250? Was that?
John walks around with a sign that says, take my money.
But you still haven't told us what happened in Vegas, though. I guess what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, right.
No, dude.
Coming to the Bronx right now.
I spent it on fast food. I took a picture with Elvis for $30. Found out it wasn't Elvis. I was upset. I knew it wasn't Elvis. I just blew it on in club. I went to a club. I don't know what happened to the money.
What kind of club was it?
No, I did take a girl to Viva Las Vegas. I did do that.
Viva Las Vegas, all right.
Was it a club on the strip?
And he gave her his paycheck.
He just signed it right over here.
The one that cleared in the direct deposit. Gave him his ATM card and said, "Here, honey, have a good time."
Not even a kiss goodbye.
I didn't get nothing. I really, it was whack. I'm like, what the hell? What you gonna do? It is what it is.
So yes, we've been to San Diego, right? To answer your question.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, wow. You guys had a wild time.
Oh man, when we were hitting the road, we had fun.
That was some fun trips.
Yeah.
My first year in San Diego, I actually got a bootleg ticket because the guy that was in charge of making tickets for San Diego was printing out doubles and triples.
Oh, wow.
And he was selling them, I think, at the Hyatt or something like that. And he was like all out in the open. Like other people were making badges. Like they weren't even hiding it. You know. So my first year there was straight up bootleg ticket. And then the second year, he got caught.
You got caught the second year?
Yeah, but he was doing it for years, apparently.
Wow, damn.
For years.
You were just there recently, though, right? Like right before the pandemic. Didn't you go out there in 2019, I want to say?
You've been out there.
I had tickets for 2019. I didn't go. I had tickets for 2020 too, but I didn't go. So my last one was 2018. You know, so 2019, I was going through a transition of jobs, and it would have been fiscally irresponsible if I went out there. So I had everything was set up, the hotel, the tickets. Like I know people that go and, you know, we split rooms and stuff, but it would have just been irresponsible of me to go because I would have been dead ass broke when I came back.
You would have pulled to Vegas.
Yeah.
You would have pulled to Vegas, right?
Yeah. John's bad. Oh yeah.
Like I had to plan that trip down to the dollar because you're talking about like $300 a night at some hotels, you know, stuff like that. It's like it's a lot of money.
Yeah, John was so broke in San Diego. When we went out to dinner. He was asking for water. Like, how much you guys charge for water? Well, they were like,
I did. It was great.
It's free. It's free. Like he was that broke.
I said water for everybody on me.
It was bad, dude.
I can't wait to. James is going to be at PowCon too. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, no, John was crazy.
James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
J-Rod. J-Rod's in the house. What up, J-Rod?
Oh, wow. Nice.
Nice.
He said something about Stan Lee, that Bryan Cranston was going to be playing Stan Lee. He has a good show on too. He has like two guys, one pod. Is that what it's called?
I've been meaning to check that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. James does. Yeah. I've heard a couple of those episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to be at PowCon. Cool. Yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to all get Corona.
Oh, cool. All right.
It used to be a hoot.
Nice.
A nice little reunion, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. The first time to be out.
Are you going or what? Are you gonna go as like a spectator?
I'll probably pop through on what is it? A 2-day con? Saturday, Sunday?
Saturday, Sunday.
29th and 30th.
Yeah, I may pop through. Hey, anybody get vaccinated yet?
No.
You, Ray?
Nah, I should though. I should.
Are you one of those? Oh no.
No, I'm debating on it. I've gotten the opportunity to take it, and I got to teach in Newark in 2 weeks. So I think I might take it, but because of the whole mRNA thing, changing your DNA, rewriting your DNA, all that shit, I'm just like, I don't know if I want. And they don't even know what it's going to do to you long term.
That's more the concern for me. Like long term, you know, the DNA change, you know, that happens every time you catch a virus. You know, saying your body changes the immune system to kick the virus out. But the long term is what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, the long term.
I'm registered.
Like, I don't know if you were in Desert Storm, right?
I was in man, what was it called? It wasn't Desert Storm.
Desert Shield. Right?
Big shout out to Sugar K, dog. He just posted that we're on here. Big shout out, represent.
What up?
House, you got some OGs in the house there.
Yeah, I sent a few invites out before.
You know, the thing is,
what about Desert Shield? What about it?
So, you know, like my dad was there, and they gave him like experimental like radiation medicine. Just so they said, like, you know, when the fallout or whatever. And that stuff ended up giving him cancer when he got back. So, you know, it didn't affect everybody the same way. Like everyone that got it didn't get cancer, but it did affect them in a lot of different ways. So, so I know
the thing I'm worried. I'm sorry.
No, it just lowered his white blood cell count. And, you know, whenever there's like experimental drugs or new drugs coming into the scene,
I know.
And the FDA hasn't really approved it yet.
Yeah. I know.
Well, my friend was telling me it usually takes longer than less than a year to come up with a vaccine for a disease of this magnitude. So how the hell did they do that? So I guess that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's just a little scary to me.
Hey, Ray, it was Operation Iraqi Freedom. That's what it was.
Iraqi
Freedom. Shout out to my sister Esther. She's watching on YouTube. She just texted me. She actually reminded me.
Nice.
So shout out to my sister. Say hi to mom and dad for me.
I felt like a superstar when Anibal put our logo on a missile.
That was dope.
Oh yeah, he was good.
That was dope. That was the coolest thing ever.
It's like the greatest, man. I was so like happy to be like down with the comics.
Hold on. We gotta give you the full screen. We gotta give you the full screen. Let's put you on the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up those pictures and like post them up on Facebook or something because that Sam just reminded me of that. I actually wrote on one of the missiles. I was like Catch DaCRaze or crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go.
What's that?
And you guys launched it?
Nah, we were sightseeing. Like, I was medic. I was just being nosy, bro.
You guys send that shit.
Look at that stuff, Ooh, look at that missile over there. Ooh.
It probably landed somewhere. They're like, That's DaCRaze, investigate now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that thing. It might have just been there for show, for all I know. I don't know.
I had a giant shell in my living room for a long time.
Look at that.
For a very long. The thing was like 4 feet tall. It was like a huge. My dad stole a bunch of stuff when he was over there.
Oh wow!
Like,
I kept a lot of my desert stuff, like my goggles and like some pouches and stuff. I still have them in the garage somewhere. Yeah.
And I still have the Iraqi money that you gave me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Oh wow!
Yeah, nice.
Very
I
cool.
gave all you guys that. You should all have it. John, did you spend it?
Just for the big
I could have.
Hooker was like, "What is this? What is this money? Where are you from?" He's like, "I'm an Arabian prince."
Dude, I don't think y'all know this. Do you know that we found an alien in my toilet in a bookstore called Book Off?
Yeah.
We found a copy of Alien in my toilet in Book Off.
Yeah.
I sent Sam a
Oh, you
picture
did?
of that
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
It was in the dollar rack, right?
Damn.
It goes in the cheap rack.
That's when you made it. That's when you know you made it. And you ended up in the
Oh,
collar.
hey, you're there, bro. You're there.
It's worth something. That's 100 pennies.
Yeah, right.
I want the 100.
Yep. Whoever has that is lucky now.
There you go.
No
There you go.
question.
Yo, I was just reading through this. Mark said, was John the one driving to the studio when you guys got into the accident?
Good question.
I don't know that one.
I don't even remember.
Good question.
Who was in an accident?
What accident?
Salazar says he worked on COVID, so he can answer your COVID questions and vaccine stuff. Okay, that's good. So
Look at that. It typically takes 18 months to 2 years at the fastest to come up with a COVID vaccine.
Oh, yeah,
vaccine,
Jason knows that stuff. Yeah, yep.
yeah.
The thing that I don't understand about the vaccine, right? And I don't know about this stuff, but people get the vaccine, and every time somebody's getting a shot, the next news is the highest death rate ever. More people's getting it. People are getting sicker. And I'm like, why is the numbers going up when people are being vaccinated? Right. I just don't understand the correlation, but I don't understand how the vaccine works.
I'll tell you this, Jonathan. I'll tell you this. You can write this in your next comic book. Let's see. We are being, according to QAnon, we're being invaded by aliens. And we're terraforming the planet.
and they're in your toilet.
And there's an alien in the toilet.
In the toilet.
Oh, that was when we were going out the first time we went to it came for the radio, his show back in the days. Remember in Long Island, George got to an accident.
Then it was me.
There we go.
The show.
And he was not like
it was George again.
Then I was the driver. The non-insurance, non-licensed.
George is common denominator.
It was me.
You live in the stereotype right there, bro.
It's me, baby. It was me, baby. Give me the music. Give me the music.
Oh,
me, baby.
Oh, damn. Oh, snap.
No, like, were you my brother? You sound like my brother.
I don't
No,
even care anymore. I'm good now. I've changed. I'm a different man, guys. I've changed.
He was wilding out before he became wilding out on MTV.
Were you going over 80 as well? Were you in the
dude? I don't even know what. You know what?
Hey, George, I'm gonna tell the Tijuana story, bro.
Oh my god!
Oh, I want to hear that one.
Sam, on the way back, me, and the Wolf and George went to Tijuana. On the way back, George was stressing about getting back over the border because he didn't have his papers and stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
You were wilding, bro. You were wilding, man.
So wait,
I don't want to get into like the whole story. Like I would personally would like Dave to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You can tell if you want, you know, the whole story. But
for some reason, George doesn't remember this. The first time we went to Tijuana during the day, we went through, and we're coming back to
Corona. I don't remember this.
And so the guy goes, he goes, what are you bringing back? I was like, all this. He's like, where are you from? I said, Brooklyn. He said, get over there, wise guys. I walked through. He goes, George, where are you from? He says, Ecuador. So they pull him to the side.
No, that was
somewhere
incorrect.
else.
That's incorrect.
That's coming from San Diego.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. And
Right.
I told you, you're saying that because I told you this story. When I used to work for an advertising agency in New York, and we traveled to Puerto Rico. That was my first time traveling outside the United States. Now, at the time, and this is a few years ago, at the time, my green card wasn't up to snuff. It was in the works.
Right.
So when I was coming back from Puerto Rico,
after his driver's license.
Yeah, right. So when I was coming back from Puerto Rico, there's an immigration officer who's everybody's walking through. Hey, where you from? And similar to what Sam said, somebody been making jokes. Brooklyn. I'm from the Lower East Side. Blah blah. Here comes George, fucking Ecuadorian boy. So where you from? And I'm all proud to say I'm from Ecuador. He's like, oh, really? Come here. Step aside. He takes me to the side, and he's like, Where's your paperwork? And I'm like,
he didn't say suck it.
What happened was, and I asked him, I said, yo, let me ask you a question. When I left, you guys didn't ask me for anything. I'm coming back. And he's like, listen, when you go to somebody's house, aren't they happy to see you leave? It's when you come into the house, they start checking to see what you have with you, right? So fast forward to San Diego. When we went to Tijuana, I knew better. So now when they said where you're from, I just said I'm from Yonkers, and they let me through. But you remember that story, Sam, because I told you about that whole Puerto Rico story.
No, I couldn't. It was one of you guys that we had to wait 15 minutes because they asked you for information.
Somebody was because they were asking you, what are you bringing back? And somebody said, oh, I'm bringing this. And they were like, all right, step aside. Let me check.
We had to wait for 15 minutes.
And we had to wait because they had to check what they were bringing with them. Because all you had to say was nothing. Even if you had shit in your pockets, nobody was checking. But when that
Brooklyn, everyone's gonna let you go.
Was it Jonathan that says I got the cocaine and like waving like this?
Dude, let me tell you something. The funny thing is, there's a certain point after, and this isn't good, but after 9/11, they would not pull people of color because they were stereotyping, unfortunately, certain groups. Yeah, but they would target other groups. So there wouldn't be like, you wouldn't have any problems there. I
was getting stopped all the time. It's crazy.
That's when everyone was clean shaved for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Dude, I was getting stopped for my last name, Medina. They were like, oh, you're from Medina? Come here. Let me talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you got to watch out for Sam, though. Because Sam will set you up for some stuff. But he's our brother, so it's a brother thing. He will set you up. He sent us to Baltimore. I'm not even going to tell that joke. That one, George. You got to tell the Baltimore one.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
He has us go to a show in Baltimore, right? And for some reason, Sam all of a sudden gets like Ebola virus or something. It's some strange thing out of the blue. And sends us to a hotel that I thought we wasn't going to get out of that hotel. And he says nothing.
There was the banging? Yeah. Was that the hotel where there was the banging the door and the girl?
Yeah. But he was there, Sam. You
were Sam was there.
He bowed out. He knew he bowed out.
You're telling it, bro. That's exactly how it happened. I remember it like that too.
Yeah.
So you got Ebola?
Paying for it.
He said you got Ebola. The only thing Ray heard was, "You got Ebola, bro?" That's important.
That's
That's an important part of the story.
How many beers have you had, Ray?
No, what happened was I just moved into the condo and we were still building it out or whatever and working out. And so my wife's like, you can't go.
Oh, man.
And I was like, okay. So these guys went and they had some sort of guy a pimping his girl or something like that. I don't know what it was. You guys know the story.
Yeah, it was George. You tell that story. I've told a lot of stories.
You're telling the story. I don't know.
Finish the story, bro.
I'm going to tell the story.
Tell us the story.
So for some reason, Sam will not tell us the address of the hotel. He's just like, it's cool. You'll like it. You'll like it. What's the address? Don't worry about that. You'll like it. You'll like it. It's already paid for. You'll like it. We get to the hotel. I swear, before you even saw the lady, there was a rack with condoms on it. And 2 trucks in the parking lot. I kid you not, I'm making this up. So we come to the desk, and she acted like she don't even know we got booked there. Like, oh, with this person, y'all talk about this hotel? Like, she's trying to warn us. You talk about this hotel? Yeah, we did. We come to the hotel. We see a guy walk in with a girl. So we're talking about the con. All of a sudden, we hear,
Wow.
and I'm like, okay. We're acting like we don't hear it. And we're talking, and all of a sudden we hear the banging. Boom, boom, boom. And halfway through the conversation, we're like, oh, forget the show. We're going to sleep. Well, maybe we could sleep this out. And done. We tell Sam, he cracks up. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. And that's the story. I'm like, okay. Or he has us walking up a hill in San Diego looking like Africans with stuff on our head, like we carrying baskets and stuff up a hill. He has no idea where the hotel is.
Why you make it sound like Sam put a gun to her head, bro?
I know.
Dude, I'm just saying, he tricked us. He bamboozled us. He led us astray.
This was the guy that gets robbed in Vegas. But when we went to San Diego, on the map, it looked like the place we picked, which was affordable, was close to the convention center. It was
he got us.
Like 2 miles from the bus stop. We had to walk uphill across the highway. I got the video of us on the highway.
That's awesome, bro.
I'm gonna post it up one day. I got the video with my camcorder. We're carrying all this stuff across the highway. It was crazy.
It's true. Listen, Sam's fault is not that he wasn't forcing us to. He made the mistake, but Sam's smart enough to not admit the mistake and pretend it was part of the plan. That's what Sam does. It's not that he makes us do anything, dude. Sam just messes up. He won't say he messed up. He just be like, I meant to do this, guys. Now carry this stuff. Come on, it's fun. And we're like, you son of a bitch. But
I read Trump's book. You gotta go with the flow.
The radio says it was George all along.
It was George all along. I'm looking at this.
Why do you think I have Herb?
The accident. You guys missed
Why do you think I have Herb in the studio?
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're missing some really good comments over here.
Hey Ray, real quick, are you and Chris Duckett planning to do like more shows? I liked him on your show that time I saw him. I thought Brent.
Oh, but yeah.
He was great.
He didn't element to the show, bro, and he's got a good speaking voice. I enjoyed seeing the rapport between you two. You guys should definitely do that more.
Yeah. I have a few different guest speaker, guest host.
Host.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're also doing another type of show as well that I'm going to a separate show from this. But I'm kind of feeling out the atmosphere. I was trying to get either Chris or Tom Siaka to come on tonight.
Okay.
But
nice. Okay.
But they're both busy. So
yeah.
No. But the thing with Chris is that he'll say yes, and then the day of, he'll be like, "Oh no, I can't do it."
Shout out to Chris Duckett.
Big shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah.
What up?
Well, yeah, there's a few people. I used to have these other 2 co-host guys, but they ended up. I try to just basically say, well, this one guy is not working out. This is just you and I, and the guy was like, no, I'm going with him. So they both quit.
Oh,
man.
Damn.
Oh, man.
It was like
and the
They
funny
get a walkout on you.
they
Oh
wanted
man,
me
right.
to walk out. And then I was like, okay, let me pay you for your
Oh,
episodes,
wow.
right? Let me just pay you for the work you did. They were like, I'm not gonna even return your phone call. Don't insult me with money. I was like,
damn.
Wow.
and then they actually
Yeah.
set up my second YouTube channel because last week they basically blocked me from my own YouTube channel, and then today they deleted all the old episodes, but I already had them backed up. So.
These sound like some good buddies, bro. Wow. These,
I know.
man, these guys are tight.
Coworker,
This sounds like 12 guys.
former coworker at the prison. So it's just,
Jesus. Okay.
Oh,
Says it
boy.
all. I got you. All right.
yeah, that's what it was. But it's like, I got that's my luck, right? So it's like I know how to pick them, Just I know how to pick them. But I just figured, let me just pay you, give me the channel, whatever. I mean, it's my fucking show, but it's like they're like, no, you're not gonna pay me. I'm gonna delete all your episodes. It's like, okay. It's like some guys act like ex-girlfriends, that's all.
So you didn't have all that stuff backed up, not to keep like digging into it. I'm just curious.
I did. I have every episode on Instagram right now.
Start a new channel, bro.
And then I have some.
Yeah, there you go.
But the thing is that I had some backed up on my computer here, but then my son deleted it.
You can't win.
Yo, Mark said you can insult me with money all you want.
Yeah. The guy was like, no, I'm gonna pay you.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and I'm paying him at a higher rate than he's been paid before. So
Damn.
How dare you, Ray?
How dare me? How dare me?
Jesus Christ.
Awesome.
I'm very laid back. It's like we don't have to agree on anything, just like something like we went through a year or 4 years of people saying you're not my friend, you voted for Trump or you voted for whoever, and me, I'm Green Party. I didn't vote for Hillary or Trump, so it's like I'm the so I was like, it doesn't matter who you really vote for. It's part of the process. It's part of the process.
I agree with that. I didn't vote for anybody that year.
No, I didn't lose any friends in the last 4 years because of who they voted for. I guess some people choose that, but I don't know. But I find that with Democrats, and I'm a registered Democrat, but I also vote Green most of the time. But I say the Democrats eat their own, and the Republicans they're like the homies. They back each other up to death. It's like they're corrupt down. So I mean, it's that's what life is. That's what life is, and I don't bother with it.
You should get on Jaimito's show, man. It sounds like some topics that they definitely like to talk about. From what I've seen of the advertisements.
Oh yeah.
Like politics and all kinds of like current events and stuff. From what I've seen,
it doesn't bother me if you voted for Trump. I mean, yeah, Trump's a racist, but it's just like Bill Maher says, just because you voted for Trump doesn't make you a racist, but there are people who are racist that voted for Trump, But I just think most people are misinformed. That's what I think it is. And it's okay. But most people in this country don't even know their own rights or the laws. They don't understand the laws of this country.
By the way, Mark takes checks, cash, and PayPal in case you're
and he takes Bitcoin.
This guy said he's enjoying the club. So I guess my point is of bringing all that shit up is that I'm a pretty laid back person. I'm pretty accepting of everybody, and if you don't like me, that's okay. That's all right, So I don't mind. Most people don't. So it's like just ask my wife.
We like you, Ray. That's okay. We like you, Ray. We think you're cool.
Ray's like, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care either way. I get along. Get along with everybody.
Oh man.
Like this.
All right, guys. I think I gotta, I gotta go to bed.
Me too. 11 p.m. It's the witching hour.
This was awesome. We went 40 minutes over, but it was fun.
It was fun, really fun.
It was good time, man. Good time. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for
everyone's got to do their dance move now, like.
Yo, John, do the wiggle, baby.
I don't know who does the wiggle better, George or John.
No, John's got that, John, because John's got the movement down below. I got
Have
the
a wiggle
the
off.
shoulders. I got the shoulders.
Oh
John's
yeah,
got the
yeah, yeah.
waist.
That's
John's got the
wiggle
waist.
off. The
You
wiggle
know what I mean? He got it. He's got it. Oh, peace. Oh, look at that! How you did that? Wiggle it, John. Wiggle it, John. Wiggle it.
You know that.
Yo, he doesn't need much. John just starts. Oh, you crazy clown.
Yeah,
And with that, and with all that crazy talk, yeah, lizard people, we got all this shit going on, right?
some guys act like ex-girlfriend.
That's right.
a good one.
That's the quote of the night. Quote of the night.
It's
Anyway, fellas, I'll see you, man. Thank you so
Peace
much,
out,
man.
guys. Thanks so much for coming
Thank
in.
you so much, Ray. Really.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are welcome anytime. This is Bronx Heroes.
We got it.
Peace.
Yeah.
Please. You got to do it again.
Yeah.